Bleeding Virus here, and I'll be covering the Burster weapon, that is the premier anti-aircraft weapon for the MAX units. The Burster weapon is a very effective AA weapon. It's usable on infantry, tanks, and aircraft, though it's the most effective with aircraft and infantry, preferably aircraft. It has a very long range. It does have some bullet drop, but not as bad as many of the other weapons that are out there. It isn't that accurate at long range, so you're going to be doing a lot of spraying and praying in the direction of your aircraft. Will have to do a little bit of prediction on where the aircraft's going to be. Agile aircraft like that one are going to be hard to hit, but you will get your chances if you got aircraft that are trying to do bombing runs like this one here. As you see, I just chased him off right there, but it was a little bit hard for me to predict where he's going to go as soon as he starts banking. This aircraft right here, you can see, he's going to get beat up pretty bad before breaking off. He's pretty far out there. You got me and one other guy that was counting on him. Speed is going to work against you when the aircraft are flying around and doing heavy banks and stuff like that, because you got to... When they're really far out there like that aircraft, don't be afraid to pump several rounds in their direction. Even a little bit of flak is enough to chase some aircraft away. Though the more daring pilots are, the more reckless they'll get, and sometimes the easier they are to take down. Because the score to see, we're sort of outnumbered about 3 to 1 here holding this line. We're actually at our warp gate, so they're not going to try to push too much further. So my objective really is just to try to keep the aircraft down and suppressed enough where we can maybe push forward. You'll be able to see that we do make it to the hill a little bit later on. The nice part about being a MAX is you're heavier, a lot more heavier armored than the rest of your soft infantry around here. So I'm able to actually step a little bit further, get a better line of sight, maybe get a little bit better visual, and aim out there. As you can see, I'm able to sort of see that guy there and make him land, go down low so he can't really do much. There's a lot of damage. See this aircraft here, he came in, and he didn't actually do that well on that run. He managed to launch some rockets, but we shot him down. You can see the more brazen they are, a little bit easier to take down. Sometimes they won't be able to do their maneuvers that fast because they went too slow. Because at this point we actually start making a push towards the hill. And the best thing you can do in this situation is just try to make sure you keep the aircraft suppressed. Just move forward a little bit, supply suppressing fire where it's possible. And since currently I only have one burster weapon equipped, I can use my quasar to lay down a little bit of suppressing fire on the hill against the infantry. Granted, it is not accurate at that longer range, but any kind of bullets flying in that direction sort of helps take away their focus on the people that are making the run for the hill. Since I'm a little bit heavier armored, I'm able to take the hits if I do get shot a couple times and still keep on going. For example, here we have aircraft that are trying to make a move, but we're keeping them down, me and the other MAX. And this is where it gets really important. You have to keep attention, pay attention to your surroundings. Right here we had a guy run up, and then there's another one. You also get a chance to see how effective the burster can be against infantry here in a sec. Made sure to slow down this part. Had another aircraft try to bomb and then land as soon as it started taking fire. This one here sort of got away just because I had to reload, but it happens. You can only have so much ammo. But see, you gotta just make sure you keep them down. You can't make sure they don't get too many shots off. And if you got good engineers with you, they'll try to make sure you have plenty of ammo. Fortunately, our softies aren't doing so well at this moment. And that was a close rocket right there. See, I took a little bit of damage, but I'm able to last a lot longer than my fellow infantry. I'm just trying to make sure, look around, check my surroundings, because you never know if you're going to have someone come up right behind you. And sure enough, we had a tank come right around the corner. You can see here my burster's actually getting some damage shots on it, so you're able to do a little bit of damage, and it helps out any kind of DPS you can put on the tanks. If they end up around the corner like that, the better. So, you can see I use that. And then we had an infantry, and this is a great example where a Quasar and a burster combined just blows them right down. Though, don't expect to be Rambo there, because you will get shot down real fast, because you are a big target. And this about wraps it up. We end up taking down a bomber. As you can see, most of my support infantry has been killed. It's just a couple of us maxes and 2 softies. We're just trying to hold the line. We're outnumbered, and a tank takes me down. If you'd like to see more on PlanetSide 2, make sure you hit the like button and please subscribe to our channel.